It is 11:47 p.m. You have a meeting in exactly 8 hours, and you promised yourself you would be asleep by 10. Instead, you are lying in the dark, replaying 5 words someone said to you 12 hours ago. It was not an insult or a threat, just a passing comment from a coworker or a stranger on the internet. But your brain has turned that single sentence into a courtroom, and you are playing every single role. You are the prosecutor, the defense attorney, and the judge, delivering the exact same verdict every single night. You decided you were simply not good enough in that moment. The person who said it is asleep right now, completely unaware of the psychological war inside your head. So why does it still have a grip on yours? Why can an offhand comment ruin your Tuesday? This is not a character flaw. There is a very specific ancient reason this happens to you, and a brutal, highly effective way to make it stop. Until you understand the biological mechanism behind this, no advice will ever fix it. The part of your brain that processes being criticized or ignored is the exact same part that processes physical pain. When researchers scan the brains of people experiencing social rejection, the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex lights up, the exact same region that registers a physical injury. On a biological level, your brain does not fully distinguish between being left out and being attacked. Think about the last time you sent an important message to a group chat, and everyone read it but nobody replied. Or when your boss walked past your desk in the morning without looking at you. That sudden drop in your stomach? That is not anxiety. Your brain is treating that social rejection as a serious survival threat. You inherited this from ancestors who could not survive alone. A brutal era when being excluded from the tribe was a death sentence. But the mechanism goes deeper than just feeling excluded. It actively tracks your worth against your will. Psychologists call this sociometer theory. Your self-esteem is not a measure of how much you like yourself. It is a gauge constantly tracking how accepted you are by others. Combine this with human negativity bias, our evolutionary tendency to let bad experiences weigh infinitely more than good ones. Imagine your annual performance review. Your manager spends 20 minutes praising your hard work, your leadership, and your brilliant ideas. But in the last 10 seconds, they mention one minor area for improvement. When you drive home that night, you are not thinking about the 20 minutes of praise. You are obsessing over the 10 seconds of criticism. Your brain treats threats as infinitely more urgent than rewards. Because a missed reward simply meant a missed meal, but a missed threat cost you your life. So, how do you override an operating system that is literally designed to make you suffer? You look to a man who faced more chaos than you and I ever will. Around the year 170 AD, in a freezing military camp, a Roman emperor named Marcus Aurelius wrote a private note to himself. He was managing a crumbling empire, surviving a plague, and grieving children he had already buried. Yet, he obsessively maintained absolute control over one singular territory, the inside of his own mind. Centuries later, scholars gave this mental territory a name, the Inner Citadel. But this is where most people get the philosophy entirely wrong. They think a citadel is a massive wall that keeps everything out. A citadel is not a wall around a city, it is the fortress at the very center. It holds firm even when the outer walls have fallen and the fields are burning. The citadel does not stop the siege. It ensures that the siege does not break you. The core of this defense is the realization that some things are within your power and some things are not. Your opinions and your reactions belong to you. Other people's opinions of you do not. The theory sounds beautiful. But how do you actually pour the concrete for this fortress in modern life? Step 1 is the pause before the verdict. The next time something happens, ask yourself one mandatory question. Can I actually control this right now? If your flight is suddenly delayed by 3 hours, getting angry at the gate agent does not speed up the plane. You cannot control the airline. You can only control what you do with the next 3 hours. You do not stop caring. You simply stop gripping something that was never in your hands. Step 2 is separating the event from the story. It is rarely the event itself that disturbs us. It is the fictional story we immediately attach to it. The event is simply that someone did not return your phone call. The story your brain creates is that they are actively ignoring you because you are not important enough to them. Recognize the gap between what actually happened and what you assumed, because that gap is where all unnecessary suffering lives. But there is one final test to ensure your citadel never falls, and it happens when you are completely alone. Step 3 is the evening debrief. Ask yourself where you allowed something outside your control to disturb your inner peace today. Reviewing how you responded, rather than what happened to you, rewires your psychological patterns faster than anything else. Step 4 is the view from above. When a mistake feels enormous, zoom out on purpose. Ask yourself if this moment will matter in 5 years, or if it will matter on your deathbed. You will quickly realize that most things are simply loud, not large. Perspective is not denial. It is proportion. Which brings us to the most dangerous truth about becoming psychologically untouchable. It was never about becoming numb. Marcus Aurelius felt all the pain, grief, and betrayal life threw at him. If anyone had the right to build a wall of ice, it was him, but he built a citadel instead. A place that accepted the world as chaotic and unfair, but at the center remained completely unbroken. You are not trying to become a person who feels nothing. You are becoming a person who permanently stops handing the keys to their peace to people who will forget you by lunchtime. So tonight, when an uncontrollable thought tries to enter your mind, pause. Ask yourself, is this actually mine to control? The moment you truly accept the answer is no. You have already laid the first stone. Because every fortress begins with a single stone, and every peaceful mind begins with a single decision.